What's up, Genius family? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. Today's episode is going to be a jam-packed update surrounding everything Genius Yield. If it's your first time hearing about Genius Yield, they're an order book style DEX providing brand new yield optimization features, which just launched on the Cardano mainnet right at the end of the year of 2023. Since then, we've seen market maker bots, which provide liquidity to the protocol, coming online. We've also got the announcement of a brand new accelerated yield program to reward some of the most active users on the platform. And we also got a brand new dashboard for us to view rewards with respect to their DEX fee sharing program. As a part of today's video, I want to jump into all of that, including their brand new 2024 roadmap and all of its highlights. As always, if you guys do enjoy updates just like these, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this surrounding the top builders on Cardano, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me surrounding Genius Yield or any of the features we're talking about today, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. We'll kick things off here with the review of their roadmap for 2024. So this is broken down into 5 separate phases, and phase 1 has been partially complete. Now, I do want to be fully transparent in stating that before I jump into these updates, that there is a fully dedicated article here on the official Genius Yield Medium page. So if you guys want to find out more about all these different features in more detail, make sure to follow them first on Medium, but then go ahead and actually check out this particular article. So go and leave the link to that down below. Jumping back into the shorthand version, it states here that with respect to phase number 1, we're going to see the DEX fee-rich redistribution dashboard go live, as well as their claiming process. That's actually going to be the very last portion that I'm going to be talking about as a part of today's video, which is the fact that you can now actually begin to claim 20% of the fees earned by the DEX depending on how much of the GENS tokens that you have staked. And there's actually an additional boost with their accelerated yield program. Now, nonetheless, the actual dashboard is now live and you can now begin to claim your tokens depending on what has been traded on the platform. Next, we have the accelerated yield event. So this is rewarding 2 different types of people utilizing the Genius Yield DEX. First, we're going to see 50,000 of the GENS tokens being split up amongst the top traders proportional to the amounts that they've traded. And that's going to be going out once per week up until February 26th. Next, we have tier number 2, which is going to reward power users who are credited at least 12,000 ADAs worth of trading volume on the platform, and they'll be able to earn 20% of the DEX fees if they're staking 100 of the GENS tokens at a minimum. I will be jumping into more of the details surrounding the accelerated yield program here in just a minute, so make sure to go ahead and hang tight. Now, we also have an additional audit being performed by Anastasia Labs. I just had Philip DeSaro, who's the founder and head of Anastasia Labs, breaking down the fact that they're going to be trying to provide free or pro bono audits for some of the top protocols on the Cardano ecosystem, with, I believe, Genius Yield being one of those protocols. Moving over into phase number 2, we're expecting DEX and UI and UX improvements, as well as a bug bounty program, which I assume will reward people for finding bugs and reporting them to the Genius Yield team. Following that, we've got updated staking options, followed by a DAO integration. So for governance purposes, right, they'll be integrating or incorporating some sort of platform to allow the community to kind of drive the direction of Genius Yield moving forward. Scrolling down to phase number 3, we're expecting smart swaps as well as DEX smart contracts being open sourced. This team has made sure to continuously stick to that particular mantra, which is to be decentralized first, not only by open sourcing their smart contracts, but by also providing an open source and permissionless SOR or smart order router instead of a centralized batcher. In addition, their market maker bots are fully permissionless as well. So if you want to go ahead and spin up a market maker bot, you can go ahead and do that and contribute as well as earn from the Genius Yield protocol. Scrolling down to phase number 4, we've got AI powered smart liquidity vaults hitting the testnet and the mainnet, followed by phase number 5, where we're expecting to see a leaderboard and custom smart liquidity vault strategy sharing come online. So we've got quite a bit there with respect to the Genius Yield roadmap for this brand new year. They've delivered on that the last year, and I'm expecting nothing less for the year of 2024. Jumping over into the accelerated yield program. So I mentioned this actually in my prior Cardano scoops, but this just recently kicked off. And this is a way to boost the traffic and just the eyeballs coming on the mainnet platform for Genius Yield. So it states you're introducing the accelerated yield program put on by Genius Yield. So scrolling down, we have 2 tiers if you want to go ahead and participate. And this, I believe, will be lasting all the way until February 26th of 2024. So tier number 1 will be rewarded 50,000 gens per week, split amongst all traders on their DEX, proportional to the filled ADA volume. So depending on how much ADA volume you have traded on the platform, that will determine your breakdown as to how many of that 50% of the, 50,000 gens you'll be receiving per week from the Genius Yield team. Now, they do walk through some examples here, and I mean, for the sake of time, I just can't go through all of that, but this breaks down exactly how the credits are allocated and exactly how they come to the top volume providers on their platform. Now, as a part of tier number 2, for power users, we're going to see 20% of DEX fees being redistributed amongst traders who are credited with at least 12,000 ADA, who are also staking at a minimum 100 gens. So I'm also going to show you guys, if you guys want to go ahead and actually open up a brand new vault, how to do that at the end of this video. Now, one thing to note is that if you are already staking gens and you are already, eligible to receive 20% of their DEX fees already, which means that as a eligible partner for tier number 2, you'll actually be earning 40% of the DEX fees distributed amongst the users. Now, I highlighted the rewards dashboard earlier on the roadmap, and you're going to go ahead and use that in order to, number 1, view what you've earned from the DEX, and then number 2, actually make your claim. One thing I want to quickly go ahead and just touch on here is the fact that with the actual fee sharing, you're not only earning ADA, you're going to be earning basically every token that's being traded on the order book style DEX. That's because with every single trade that takes place, for example, I'm trading ADA and SNEC, there's going to be fees collected not only in ADA, but also in SNEC. So once the 20% is redistributed to the community, that's going to be made up of a big pot of multiple Cardano native tokens. I also want to go ahead and just quickly touch on some other benefits here with respect to Genius Yield. So I talked about the fact that they're aiming to open source everything from their MMBs or market maker bots to their source code and their SORs. But on top of that, they provide some of the lowest trading fees, given the fact that they don't utilize something like a batcher. On top of that, you can run their permissionless SORs, and I just highlighted the fee sharing mechanisms as well. So jumping back into the article, we have some notes here surrounding order makers, which are people that create trades with a limit order, versus order takers, who are traders who fill an existing limit order, either by a direct fill or a partial fill, or by utilizing their market order feature. So I want to quickly touch on that there. It does talk about who's eligible for the accelerated yield program. For tier number 1, it's basically anybody who places an order on the DEX. And then for tier number 2, it's anybody who trades at least 12,000 ADA's worth, who's credited, at least 12,000 ADA's worth of trades being filled on the platform, with them also staking at minimum 100 gens. With respect to when this kicks off and when this closes, it starts on January 15th, so it's already live, and it'll wrap up on February 26th. If I'm not mistaken, this program was just extended, just given to how much traction it's gained here within the Cardano community. Next, I want to talk about their market maker bots. So with any good protocol, right, there needs to be liquidity. So with that said, I want to break down what the actual market maker bots are. And then I want to highlight some of the recent market maker bots that have actually come online. So it states here, bringing liquidity to the Genius Yield DEX through market maker bots. While SORs or smart order routers handle the operations of the DEX, right, any order book DEX still needs liquidity. That's 100%. Now, liquidity means that traders can buy or sell a token at a reasonable market price at any time. On centralized exchanges, market makers maintain liquidity by creating limit buy and sell orders and order matching. In essence, they ensure an asset can always be bought or sold at a reasonable price. In return for ensuring liquidity in the smooth operations of an exchange, market makers profit from the bid-ask spread. Now, how does this actually work here on a decentralized protocol, for example, like Genius Yield? So it continues to read on. However, market makers in traditional finance are centralized, usually controlled and permissioned by certain authorities only. To solve this issue of liquidity in Genius Yield DEX, while ensuring decentralization, Genius Yield is open sourcing their MMBs or market maker bots, which are bots that enhance liquidity and the trader experience by placing buy and sell orders at different price levels. So you could imagine a market maker bot being used to put in buy orders at a somewhat low price and then being able to put up sell orders when the price moves up slightly in order to provide profit to the operator of the market maker bot. Now, again, that provides profit for them while also providing liquidity, right? And making the DEX a lot more usable for anybody looking to come in and put in a trade. So moving over, there was a recent video or a recent seminar hosted by Dr. Lars, who basically broke down the process from A to Z as to how to actually set up your own MMB or your own market maker bot. If you guys want to find out more about that, I'll go ahead and leave the link to it down below. So moving over, we do have now market maker bots available for JED. We've also got a brand new market maker bot available for World Mobile, as well as IUSD, and we also have market maker bots for Hunt and SNEC. Now, I believe this is just the beginning. We're going to probably see more and more market maker bots coming along, especially as the DEX gains more users, more traction, more liquidity, and continues to draw more people into the platform via something like their accelerated yield program. The very last thing I want to jump into as a part of today's update is surrounding their rewards dashboard, which is now live. So with the fee sharing and the accelerated yield event ongoing, right, you need a place to go and actually claim your tokens. You can now do that utilizing their rewards dashboard. If I jump over to this page here, I'm going to roll this quick clip. But this shows a person who's basically connected their wallet to the rewards dashboard. And as you can see there, they've got all these different tokens that they can actually go ahead and claim. Again, keep in mind that if you stake your gens, you're going to earn 20% of the DEX fees proportional to the amount of gens that you have staked. And in addition to that, if you're also a member who's eligible for tier 2 of the accelerated yield program, you'll be earning an additional 20% of the DEX fees. So those fees here can range from any token that you basically see listed on the DEX, of course, including ADA. So this person here has the ability to claim over 20 separate CNTs, right? Which again shows the power of the fee distribution program for the Genius Yield protocol. Jumping over, I did promise that I want to go ahead and show you guys how to go ahead and actually stake if you want to go ahead and open up a position yourself. So you can head over to app.geniusyield.co/earn, click on Connect Wallet, select your wallet provider. From here, I'll have the ability to open up a brand new staking vault. So I can click on new staking. I'm going to select gens, followed by the time lock period. Keep in mind here that once you do lock up a particular vault, you cannot unlock it or unstake until that timeline has been met. If you want to go and add to your position, you have to open up a brand new vault. There are no limits as to how many vaults you can have, but keep in mind each vault will be running on a separate time frame. So you've got 6 months, 9 months, or 12 months. The longer you actually lock up your gens, the more of an APY you're able to earn. So once you decide how long you want to lock up your gens, you can enter the total amount of gens that you want to go ahead and stake. And then right below, you can actually go ahead and also add a yield boost by utilizing one of the Genius Yield NFTs. So I do hold a couple in my wallet. As you can see right now, I've got a common, which provides a 2% boost, followed by rare, which provides a 3% boost. And then I've got one epic, which provides a 5% boost. This would be in addition to the boost that I'm already getting based off of the lock period. So as you guys can see, I mean, this gets pretty lucrative very quickly. So at this point, I'm going to be earning a total of 20% based off of the amount of gens that I want to lock up. Now, because I don't actually have any gens in my wallet, I can't finish this transaction. But all you would do from here is just go ahead and click on stake and then go ahead and sign the transaction and your vault will be created. At that point, moving forward, you should begin to see the DEX rewards popping up here on the right hand side of the screen under my DEX rewards. Additionally, if you are eligible for tier 2 of the accelerated yield program, you'll also be earning that particular 20%. That will do it here for today's video. Huge updates here surrounding Genius Yield. Not only do we touch on their roadmap, we highlighted their accelerated yield program, their market maker bots and their importance, as well as the rewards dashboard and how you can actually go ahead and stake to begin earning some of the fees generated by the Genius Yield protocol. That said, let me know, what are you guys looking most forward to when it comes to Genius Yield? Again, I think they're just beginning their trajectory here within the Cardano ecosystem. But as always, if you did find this video to be helpful, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by Dapp Central and you want more content like this, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me surrounding anything we've talked about as a part of today's video, then make sure to go ahead and leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, we'll see you guys in the next video.